Okay. Oh, I should make a Kara co-host. Help me to let people come in. And same for Faith, if you support people coming in. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for coming in. So I have today is a slightly different class. So I do know we might have a slightly different crowd. In the past, we've been doing classes primarily on essential oils. Today's theme is centered around an antioxidant drink. So it is specifically about Ningxia Red, but towards the end, what I also want to be able to give you guys is practical ways to use this. Yeah, very practical tips. And I do know in the room today, we have so many people with amazing testimonies around using Ningxia Red. I'll love to be able to give that chance. I know Faith, if you're still there, Faith. Okay, she's off her video, but I'm sure she will be there later on. Even if it was a very quick one, just share with us about your brother's situation with dengue. Would that be okay?
Yes, will be okay.
Okay,
Thank
and
you.
I see Ravina also. Ravina probably didn't expect this, but everyone is just wowed by your previous testimony as well. Would you be open to just do a very quick share? Would that be good? That's towards the end. Yeah. Okay. So the front part, we're going to get a little bit more, I don't want to use the word technical, but I do want to feed you guys with good, solid information about the Ningxia Red, because it's so easy for us to just say, hey, drink. It's very good. Just drink. Okay. And most of the time, after a while, people just get excited and they don't even really dive in to tell folks what's really in this juice. So we're going to take a look together today. Okay, so I'm going to share screen. Give me a second. Okay, oops. Hang on, this is my show presentation. This is where you actually have a very bizarrely flooded. I'm trying to clean up my screen. There you go. Okay. So, yes, we're going to take a look at Ningxia Red, the antioxidant superfood. So, we kind of have a different approach towards this topic initially, and we talk about beauty. So some of you guys might have heard about this class when we're talking about beauty from inside out. And then towards the second half, we kind of promoted a class on just really creating vitality. None of it is wrong. Okay. In fact, both are benefits of taking this product, and I would love to start telling you more about it. But obviously, before we start, as with all classes, just to let you guys know that a lot of them, especially when it comes to like testimonies and stories, these are really just opinions of the users, of myself, and does not represent the company Young Living in which you can actually purchase this product from. And of course, not assuming everybody knows who I am, my name is Kai. So I founded One Drop, which is actually an oiling community. We use Young Living Essential Oils. So I'm also a brand partner with Young Living Essential Oils since 2007. Okay. And we have right now currently a community across the world of 30,000, at least about 30,000 users all around the world. And at some point after I started using the Young Living products, what got me really, really interested and curious was the whole idea of how to support people through holistic health. So I went to do a wellness certification with the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, which is based in New York. So I did a one-year study to really understand how do we really create holistic health, especially through food and good well-being habits. So, okay, we're going to start straight into Ningxia Red itself. So first thing first, a lot of people go, what's Ningxia Red? What's in there? Why on earth are people telling me to drink this? So one of the main ingredients in Ningxia Red is wolfberry, which to the Chinese is called goqi. And it's very often used in traditional Chinese medication or even as like just our ingredients in herbal soup. But even with the wolfberry, please know that there's many different grades of it. Just like essential oils, you could go and get a mass market wolfberry, and then if you do not understand how to really extract it properly, you also will not get all the benefits that's meant to be in this superfood. So wolfberry is a fruit. It contains over 21 essential minerals, 18 amino acids, high levels of B1, B3, and vitamin C. Okay, it is the highest known food source of B1 and contains 2 times the daily recommendation of vitamin C in 100 grams of berries. Also, interestingly, there is a small percentage of protein inside the Ningxia wolfberry. So for people who are looking at getting protein source, drinking your Ningxia does provide that as well. Wolfberry contains 1.4% of a chain amino acid. All of this sounds super technical, okay? But breaking it down to just layman terms, in there is a component that is a key building block for dopamine production. You might have heard of this word dopamine before. Our body actually needs to create that in order for us to feel uplifted and motivated. It is possible that our body cannot produce enough. And there are several reasons for that. Part of it, including the fact that you're not taking in food sources that provides that raw material. And wolfberry, you'll be very glad to know, provides that foundational nutrition that supports the body to produce that. Okay, and that last statement over there says this: dopamine is an essential neurotransmitter in the brain that decreases with age. So over time, okay, as we get wiser, not necessarily older, our body starts to really slow down in this production. So it is even more important that we keep providing the nutrition so that the body has the ability to continue to produce. Then the second point over there, which is point D, the glycemic index is only 29 compared to even brown rice, millet, buckwheat, etc. So for people who are concerned about sugar level, like I often get people asking, can diabetic patients drink Ningxia Red? The answer is an outright yes. They have tested the glycemic level, and this is way lower than a lot of food out there that people are eating regularly. Okay, even though the concept that people have whenever they think about a fruit and then they think about a fruit juice, they are worried that the sugar content is very high, because you're going to hear a lot of conversation out there that we shouldn't drink so much fruit juice, especially if you're worried about sugar content. So this all have been tested in the lab to ensure that the glycemic index stays low enough for someone needing a low sugar food source. So I want to show you guys this really exciting bit. Pardon the not very artistic, just cut it out from the screen. It is the most recent published research, and we're so excited about it. So Young Living actually led by some professional researchers and doctors, submitted a research paper on Ningxia Red itself. Now, in research paper, you can't just go research on Ningxia Red, okay? So they don't put it there, but this research article is on the Young Living website itself, and it's actually heavily kind of like referred to on the social media right now. Over here, you see the website called Science Direct. So you can go in there and look for it. PubMed, that's PUBMED, which is a US site for, it represents publication of medical background. PubMed also has this research paper published in there. So the title of this research paper is The Effects of Antioxidant Supplements on Immune Health and Physical Well-Being, a randomized controlled trial. Let's take a look what happens in there. So background, okay, maintaining a healthy immune system became the forefront of people's mind during this COVID period. So antioxidants contained in dark berries. So they have to like very subtly describe all the different ingredients in there. Dark berries have been shown to support the physical well-being of otherwise healthy adults. Adding a supplement rich in dark berries and citrus essential oils contributes antioxidants to the body and serves as an aid to reduce free radicals. The aim of this research paper is to evaluate the effects of an antioxidant-rich supplement on immune health and overall physical well-being. So there was a lot of research in between. If you want to read all that, I just zoom in for you the most important conclusive part. Length of illness was shortened and sleep duration improved in the supplement group compared to the control group. So daily consumption, over here they finally put of at least just the minimum 60 ml of antioxidant drink, Ningxia Red, showed significant improvement after 60 days. Okay. No, sorry. Kara, were you trying to say something? Oh, no? Okay. I thought you were trying to tell me something. Okay. So we're super excited by the fact that there is now research paper backing up that overall wellness, immunity, sleep has all been affected and improved with the consumption. So I'm going to take you through in a little bit more detail, how does this all affect us? A lot of words, huh? Just follow me, okay? So we take a look at key ingredients. I've only listed 4 because if I went through everything, it's like we'll never finish tonight. But I listed the 4 most important things that you need to know. The first one, obviously, is our key ingredient, which is the Ningxia wolfberry. By the way, like I mentioned earlier, not just any wolfberry. So these wolfberries are from a province in Ningxia province in China, where when Gary first went to look at the berries, they were very, very particular about the soil quality, the conditions, the climate in the region. And it was Ningxia and the entire of China was the place where people were living the longest. Like it's so normal to see people in their age of 100 years old. And when he did the research, that's why he got really curious that the wolfberries in the region was often just eaten. So if you're Chinese like me, okay, they literally would just eat it like this. They put it in their hands. They have it either dried or fresh. So there's a variety of ways you can cook it in soup as well. But they're just always popping wolfberries into their mouth. So it was a natural food and health it's just something that people so naturally eat. Of course, their lifestyle and all was also a contributing factor. But because of the fact that there were so many people in their hundreds of age, they got particularly interested in the Ningxia wolfberry. So let's take a look. There are 2 things that's really great for eyes. The zeaxanthin and the lutein. These are found as key nutritional ingredients in there, okay? Ningxia wolfberry contains 27,800 micrograms of zeaxanthin per 100 grams. Looking at that and comparing that to spinach, which only have about 12,000 plus. So So a lot of people like to eat a lot of vegetables as well, which is great. I always believe in a complete profile of nutritional food. But your wolfberry itself actually contains this really, really high level of zeaxanthin, and then contains 18 trace minerals and the highest known potassium content of any food that protects the heart. Okay. And there's also this other ingredient called the L-arginine, I think it's called L-arginine, an amino acid that's needed to create support for cardiovascular, heart, immune system, and nervous system. What does nervous system affect? It affects our mood. It affects our ability to have calmness and to also be able to regulate between feeling active and feeling calm. Okay, so all of these are key just in the Ningxia wolfberry. Second set of ingredients that you should know about, which was mentioned in the research paper, essential oils. Essential oils are added into this supplement. So mainly citrus essential oils, okay? Citrus oils are extracted from the skin of the fruit and not the juice itself. So there actually is a lot more nutrients in than the pulp and the juice itself. A particular compound that's found in there, you can see point 2, it's this thing called limonene, okay? It protects the body and fights cancerous cells. You do a little Google research about limonene in PubMed, tons of articles is going to flood out, which is one of the reasons why we promote citrus essential oils so often, because it is one of the most inexpensive essential oils, yet people think that it's not useful. Super useful, okay? And citrus oils also protects cellular health. The next 2 ingredients we're going to talk about, one is Arona berries. It contains keratin that protects the damage, cells from being damaged, and also obviously protects the eye. We have high ORAC value also of 16,000, a very high level of antioxidants to fight free radicals. By the way, if you're going like, what is this free radical thing and antioxidant? Because I hear it so often, a lot of people don't understand. So just think of it. Let me simplify this, because most of us have seen this before. When you eat an apple, okay, you take a bite, okay, skin is off, the yellow inside your apple, if you leave it as is, what happens? It starts to rust, right? Starts to have this like brown coat over it. That's an oxidation effect. So what happens is our inside body, think of it like that exposed area of the apple. We also rust inside, which is also why we age inside and outside, okay? So if you want to slow down that rusting process, okay, the oxidation process, by the way, your body is rusting because of the free radicals. Free radicals are in the air, it's in pollution, it's also found in food sources. In so many different ways, we are taking in free radicals all the time, just even by breathing. So the interaction creates the aging inside and outside. Okay, so antioxidant, on the other hand, is a superhero. Okay, if we introduce enough antioxidant, we can slow down the process. You can't stop it. Okay, nature is meant to be that we age, but just because of our lifestyle, we are aging faster than we should. So therefore, nowadays, you hear a lot of people talk about looking for whether it's food or anything that helps, that brings antioxidant impact into our body. As it does that, our body not only slows, the whole rusting process doesn't only just means that we stop aging. It also means that we stop, I'm trying to use super layman terms, we stop spoiling so fast, right? Just imagine machinery, when it rusts, it starts to become less and less functional. The same thing happens with the inside of our body. If the inside of us starts to rust out, what happens is all the different organs starts to become weaker and weaker. Our immunity gets compromised, our health gets compromised, etc. That's the impact of that. So introduction of antioxidant is going to really help in the overall well-being. Okay. Let's jump over to the other side. The blueberries, which commonly a lot of people also know, has high levels of antioxidants that supports aging well, supports brain, supports liver, supports the heart, and supports mental function and strengthens learning ability. So why take Ningxia Red? We're going to look at some key points. Number one, we've talked about the antioxidant. This is your army to fight cell damage. So all of this, I've pretty much explained to you just now. If you read back the first line, the antioxidant plays a huge role. So if you're worried about aging, memory loss, arthritis, and inflammation, which basically, once the body kicks into high inflammation state, your heart can be affected, your liver can be affected, your digestive systems can be affected. So you want to bring the antioxidant army in to help fight. Okay. We talk a little bit about this ORAC. Okay, it's called oxygen radical adsorbance capacity. Very, very big word again. We use this to measure antioxidants, how much antioxidant is available in that substance. Okay, so take the highest antioxidant on the ORAC scale is vitamin E, which is about 800 to 1,200, followed by blueberries, raspberry, pomegranate. These are the common ones. Okay, combination of fruits generally reaches only about 3,000. Ningxia Red has been formulated all in all with the different fruits and the wolfberry and the nutrients and the essential oils. It has a total ORAC score of 27,300. Okay, which means your antioxidants is through the roof, so to speak. Okay, second thing, acidic to alkaline, transforming the terrain, which means the inside landscape of your body. An acidic body breeds virus, bacteria, fungus. Basically, all of these are going to lead to disease, going to lead to pain. One of the really interesting things you want to know is that wolfberry, when it goes into the stomach and starts to break down, the minute it hits the small intestine, it immediately converts back into an alkaline substance. So first it's a little bit acidic, but it converts back to an alkaline substance. As an alkaline substance, it is acid binding, which means if there are acids floating around the body, which I guarantee all of you, we're flooded with acids in our body because of the food sources and the stress levels that we have. So with alkaline in your body, it's going to bind these acids and turn them into alkaline substances instead. Okay, so it's changing. Bottom line is changing your body across from acidic terrain to a much more alkaline terrain, so that we reduce the opportunity for your body to keep breeding viruses. Third one. So we talk about fighting the free radical, busting the bad guys. Okay, so this is just a little bit more information. First paragraph, you're going to see, everything comes from air pollutions, the fact that we're using handphone all the time, food. We get all sorts of free radical attacks every single day. Okay, it makes you age, it makes you really tired easily. So you actually need a high level of antioxidants to fight these. So I'm not going to go into details again because all of that I've explained to you earlier on. This is really interesting. Vitamin mineral pairing, providing the balance that fits your body. So a lot of times people will just like one, they hear and they go like, oh, I hear that it's very important for me to have vitamin C. So they get a vitamin C supplement. Or they hear that, oh, hey, it's really important for me to have iron. Let me get an iron supplement. Okay. So they were trying to mix and match together. One of the greatest benefit about Ningxia Red, when they first put it together, when Gary looked at producing something that could cover a wide range of minerals and vitamin intake, was to make sure that it is a balanced form of food for us and a balanced supplement. So if we start looking through this, minerals have to be properly balanced. Too much calcium, if you're taking too much calcium, will result in a zinc deficiency in the body. Too much zinc can suppress immunity and lead to anemia. The mineral profile and balance of Ningxia Red is so carefully formulated to make sure that your body is given a good balance. With magnesium to calcium ratio 1:1, zinc to copper 2:1, potassium to magnesium 8:1. Let me ask you, okay, if you had to go do this by yourself, isn't that super complicated? You will have to really pull together a whole selection of different supplements, sit down there and make sure you're getting a correct dosage to keep your body in check. So the convenience of Ningxia Red is that everything is put together in one solution for you. That is why most of the time when people ask, we do have a lot of targeted supplements in Young Living as well. So there are people that would, work with specific items that could be, if they wanted something very high in vitamin D, etc., we do have that, or calcium related, we do have that. That is provided the person knows what they're doing, right? And the most common question we always get asked is, if I only can choose one, what would that be? Your answer is very straightforward. Just get somebody to get on Ningxia Red. I guarantee you a consistent intake in just 30 days. Consistent, I mean consistent. At a certain level, we're going to talk about it later on. You're going to begin to find your body improving, okay? If you're taking it sporadic, it does mean that we need a little bit more time to work on this. Ningxia wolfberry is also a whole food, okay? So you're getting a whole food nutrition. It's coming from the plant. So number one, this is not an extract. So you're not trying to just get certain parts from the plant only. By the way, when they produce Ningxia Red, they put the entire berry in, skin included, which is why, I don't know if you guys can see this well enough. I have a bottle of Ningxia Red here. If you, it's a little bit, no, my camera, okay. Yeah. It's getting a little bit clearer. Okay, you're going to see the above is a little bit darker red, right? And then this strange bottom section that looks of like a different color. These are, a lot of people look at it and they go like, is it spoiled? Okay, it's not. Everything below is after when you drink to the bottom, so always shake, but towards the end, you're often going to get like, when you finish the glass, you're going to see all this debris in there. They are super important. Do not look at it and go, let me wash it up. Okay, those are the skin and the full part of the berry. So they're not just extracting juice. The entire process to make this is to ensure that the entire fruit is actually captured. So I always think that that's such a smart approach, because why would our creator make a fruit and tell you just take the inside, don't take the skin? Okay, there is a reason there is a skin, not just to protect the fruit itself. There are certain different levels of nutrition that's on the outside versus the juice inside. So when we want to make sure that we are getting the best of all the nutrition meant in that particular item, you take everything. Okay, so the second paragraph, Ningxia Red is at least 1/3. So like you guys saw just now, this entire bottle, this is definitely 1/3. Is at least 1/3 to half a bottle of that puree. And by using the entire plant, you will receive a whole food supplement as designed by the creator, right? The liquid form of this also makes it easily absorbed by the body and the cells. And of course, there is the essential oil, which enhances the bioavailability of nutrients. What do we mean when we use such a term, bioavailability? It is not uncommon. People get supplements from supplement stores, etc., and they're taking a lot of calcium intake, a lot of vitamin intake, and these just go right through your body because your body doesn't have the chance to capture the nutrients fast enough. So when we add essential oils into a supplement, it actually creates what we call lipid soluble. Part of it is oil based because of the essential oil. And therefore, our body starts to treat it very different in terms of its absorption. It's not just on a level of it being just a liquid supplement. Okay, the oil constitution in our body starts to absorb it as well. So again, essential oils act as a delivery system to the body. The tiny molecules facilitate the absorption of the nutrients into the cells. This makes Ningxia Red bioavailable, which means that your body chemistry can easily absorb it. You can have a supplement that seems to be loaded with nutrition, but it's often not formulated in a way that your body can actually access it or absorb it. Right, sugar and enzymes. So I also want to kind of highlight this because a lot of times people think fruit, they think sugar, and then they think equals bad. Okay, so not all sources of sugar is bad. The ingredients in Ningxia Red helps what, in layman terms, open the doors to the cells, allowing good information to pass to them. Only 8 sugars on the earth can, sorry about the typo, can open this door. So the Ningxia Red has 4 of the 8 naturally occurring inside the wolfberry. So anyway, this is us using layman English so you don't have to read through technical science terms that don't make sense to you. As we age, we lose digestive enzymes in the gut. Ningxia Red is also loaded with the right enzymes to help you break down food to make sure you receive the nutrients. So I would never tell someone drink Ningxia Red and don't eat, okay? So you still need to eat. This is not a food replacement. It is loaded with your vitamins, loaded with minerals and nutrition. However, what I love about it is it also is supportive of your digestive system, which is super important because if you're eating, well, of course you're eating, when you're taking in your food sources, when your body don't have the right enzyme sitting inside your body, the body doesn't know how to break down the food. So the food also just flushes through your body. Okay, so this is actually a real good benefit. So in summary, if you're looking for good immunity, emotional well-being, liver health, good skin, weight management, eye health, heart health, healthy blood sugar, cellular health, stability, sustainable energy, these are all perfect reasons for drinking Ningxia Red. This is where it gets a little bit exciting. We've got some extra Ningxia Red tips. So these are tried, tested protocols by the Young Living users all around the world. I went around collecting some of it, I know, so some of it I've asked and got reminded of them, and I wanted to share them with you so you also know. So the first one is for stem cell rejuvenation. So if you're working on a very deep level, if somebody is actually regularly in pain or is having very chronic illness, okay, this is a formula that one of our top leaders in Singapore, he used to be a naturopathic doctor, And this is a formula given by, he used to treat patients, and he makes everybody drink this. And it kind of like got out and everybody was just passing it around. So it's 60 ml of Ningxia Red. By the way, your Ningxia Red also comes in sachets like that. So you could either guzzle it out from the bottle, which I do some days, or you can take it. This per pack is 60 ml. So it's 60 ml plus 5 ml of this supplement called mineral essence. I do know that you guys do not get it in Philippines. We have it in Singapore, and otherwise you'll have to order it from the US. So a 5 ml dropper of it, that's loaded high. Oh, you have it? Kara, you do? Okay. So can I just say that it is not nice tasting. Have you tried it, Kara? Yeah, it is. I really do not like the taste, but I know how much we need it, because most of the time we are very mineral deficient because the food types that we eat. So 5 ml mineral essence, 15 drops of sacred frankincense. You do this morning, you do this nighttime. 30 days, you will begin to feel the difference. But if you want a really, really solid protocol of change, 90 days. Okay, that's 3 solid months. Okay, the second one is for blood sugar balancing. So start with 60 ml Ningxia Red, 5 drops of cinnamon bark in capsule. The reason why we put it in capsule is because cinnamon bark is a hot oil. Well, there are people who've done that before. Sometimes they like to make Ningxia Red drinking shots, right? And some people add 1 shot of that, 1 drop of that in the Ningxia Red. It's quite nice, to be honest. But if you want to take a lot more, it kind of can get really spicy. So if you can't handle the taste alone just in the shots, then put it in a capsule and take that 3 times a day. Okay. I think that part, Ravina can tell us what you take as well. Let me go through this and come to you, okay, Ravina? Yeah. So there are a few different variations, I'm sure. So with blood sugar balance, that means you're also working on cholesterol issues, you're working on high blood pressure issues, you're working on diabetic issues. Weight loss. This is where the woman always like, snapshot the slides, okay? So the first regime is nothing but Ningxia Red, but it's time related. So this is it's through observations over time. So they are very specific around the time of taking the Ningxia Red. So 60 ml Ningxia Red, 8 a.m. before breakfast. And then the second set of 60 ml at about 11 a.m., but has to be before your lunch. And then last dose is kind of between 2 to 5 p.m. between meals. So a consistent intake of about a month has people just losing weight. So it's really interesting. I've discussed this with a couple of different people who either have worked with women on weight loss issues, etc. And we thought this is really fascinating. This isn't a typical weight loss product. I would never sell or talk about Ningxia Red as a weight loss product, okay? However, what's the key difference and the key factor that we all unanimously agree is the fact that we're flooding the cells and increasing the cellular health level. And one of the ladies I recently spoke with that taught at Young Living Singapore, and she taught this whole topic about weight loss. It's not about stopping your eating X amount of things, etc. Of course, you have to have a balanced diet, but what's the key, most important thing is if you're feeding your cells well and your body is in balance. The minute your body has sufficient nutrients and it's in balance, it is always working for your highest good. It knows how to digest fats. It knows how to get rid of toxins. By the way, if you do not know this, the fact that we have cellulites, which women hate, okay? Do you know why we have cellulites? Cellulite is produced by your body to trap toxins. Because there is a high intake of toxins in our environment through products that we use, through food substances that we eat, your body is very smart. It needs to find a way to protect the toxins from attacking our main organs. So what it does is it starts to allow your body to produce more and more fats, because the fats is what will trap the toxins. So imagine that, okay? You hate your cellulite. Technically, we should thank them. But in order to really get rid of those things, it's not just about, oh, can I just eat a really lean meal? Can I skip 2 meals a day? It's a lifestyle approach. Give your body good nutrition, okay? Remove toxin-inducing substances in your body, and your body naturally would let go and go, hey, she's taking care of my body. We're going to lose some weight here. And we're going to take care of her. Okay, so that's regime 1. Regime 2, on the other hand, you take 60 ml Ningxia Red, 5 drops of grapefruit in the capsule, or 10 drops in the Ningxia Red itself. So you can opt for it. Why that difference? The minute you kind of just put it into, you're just drinking it solid into your body, it goes all the way in, all the substance will actually meet the acids in your stomach. So you actually need higher dose of essential oils if you're feeding yourself that way. But if you actually have it in a capsule, the capsule itself will take a little bit of time to break down, so it still can deliver the essential oils a little bit deeper into your body. Okay, do this 3 times a day. One last really solid protocol is for skin, hair, and immunity. So this particular formula has been called the red drink. Okay, so 60 ml Ningxia Red, 1 teaspoon of this particular supplement that we have, which is called sulfazyme. If you get it from US, you can buy it in the powder form. They also have the capsule form. In Singapore, we have it in the capsule form. So we open up the capsule, put it in the drink, add 3 drops of lime essential oil. This should be, oh, I didn't add in there, and top it up with water. Yeah. So the amount of water really is up to you. A lot more people like to add up. You know, this concoction will be about maybe 1/3 water. Sorry, 1/3 of this solution. And then you top up 2/3 water. Shake it up, drink it up. Do this 2 to 3 times a day. So with this this has been run as what they call the Ningxia Red Challenge very, very frequently around the world. And usually, even in a 30-day period, people start to see their skin quality starts to change. The hair stops dropping significantly, more luscious, less thinning, etc. So this is I really like it's a beauty. This is a truly beauty inside out formula. So this is really cool. Okay. Ooh, I'm not going to go to this first. Let's kind of hear some stories. Shall we? Faith, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, Kai.
Hi.
I'll turn on my camera. Sorry.
Yeah, maybe you could quickly share with us about that story of your brother's dengue situation.
Oh, yes. 2 months ago, my brother had dengue, and he was an outpatient. So he was in and out of the hospital for a few days. And then on the 3rd day, I think I saw him really looking so bad, and I suggested him to take Ningxia Red for that one. And for the first 3 days, when I saw him going in and out of the hospital, he couldn't eat. I think that's one result of having dengue. He couldn't eat. He didn't have any strength to do so. He took Ningxia, I think, for just a day. After a day, he was eating better. His wife said, "I think you're getting better now because you're eating more." That's what she said. So after that, he took more of the Ningxia. I think he reached 3 times a day.
Hmm.
His what do you call that? His count. What's that again? The I forgot the term. Sorry.
Hmm.
The one they count for his platelet counts. His platelet
Okay.
counts.
Yeah.
Yes, his platelet counts reached to 100. From 90 it went to 120, and then after a day it went to 160.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was really a very fast recovery for him from the Ningxia Red. And then after that, a friend of mine also had dengue. I suggested that immediately, and she really loves Ningxia now. So when she sees a packet with me, I give it to her, and she just suddenly drinks it because it really helped her with her dengue as well.
Yeah.
So that's all.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Yeah, that's one of the things that platelet counts. I have another lady, good friend. She's now moved to US. Her iron deficiency, so she takes Ningxia Red, a lot of that to boost that as well. Ravina, would you like to share with us? Oh my goodness, you're a really good, amazing testimony.
Okay, hi everyone. Good evening. Okay, I am diabetic, so my main concern was I can't sleep, so I only slept 3 to 4 hours a day, and I was introduced to Young Living 2018. So after 3 months of May always persuading me to drink Ningxia, so I tried it. Now I've been my sleep really as to the you showed earlier, Kai, about the result.
Yeah.
Yeah, the scientific result. My sleep actually really improved. That's true. So I slept now 6 to 8 hours, and that's great. And my blood pressure is good, and my heart. I usually before I take meds for my heart because I'm tachycardiac.
Hmm.
It beats faster. I have
Okay.
palpitations like
Yeah.
116. So that's very high. I can't breathe actually.
Okay.
And it really helped me. And also I don't drink hypertension meds anymore. But
Hmm.
I always stock it in terms of in case of emergency because I am diabetic,
Yeah.
and that's really good. It really helped me a lot in managing my diabetes, and I stopped my insulin as well.
Wow.
Instead of buying the insulin, because apart from the insulin is very expensive, and it really hurts. It really
Yeah.
hurts.
Oh my. Oh
So
wow.
I replace it with Ningxia Red, and I'm okay with it.
Oh wow. Thank you. That's really amazing story. I think the last thing you mentioned, everybody's like, can we get Ravina to really talk about that? Yeah. Kara, would you have any story on Red that you want to share? I didn't prepare you for this.
Yeah, but when I saw the skin, hair, and immunity, this has been my problem for how many years since I gave birth to my firstborn. So it was like 2013, I gave birth 2015, and then 2019. So it's like it never stopped. And so I always had short hair just because I always had falling hair.
Yeah.
And when I started with the Ningxia Red challenge last year, was it last year?
Yeah.
We had that for 3 months.
Yeah.
That started it, and then I also challenged myself to do sulfurzyme, but I did not just do one capsule. I did two in the morning and two at night.
Nice.
And that's why before, ever since I did not do Ningxia and sulfurzyme, I did everything like anti hair fall shampoo and stuff. It didn't help. And that's why now this is the longest that I can grow my hair. Yeah. This is the evidence ever since I only had shorter than Kai's hair just because of
Wow.
my falling hair. So it's my first time to grow my hair this long after
Nice.
giving birth. So that's my story about the skin, hair, and immunity, and and my eczema. There, it
Mm.
got better. It got
Yeah.
better. But I also observed when I stopped um cakes and dairy.
Yes, of
But
course.
when I started doing dairy again, well, I can
Yeah.
find dry skin, but not as worse as as my eczema before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, just that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So I think from from a nutritional, holistic health approach, we all know that your food sources, your lifestyle, your stress level all adds to how well your body functions. So I would never tell somebody take Ningxia Red and it's a magical pill by itself. It's the only thing that you need. It helps you a lot, but once we can adjust our diet, our lifestyle, things can change really, really fast. Yeah. All right. I think this is pretty much what we're presenting today about Ningxia Red. I will take questions in a short while. But for whoever is in here that's new, I want to quickly just mention this. Of course, this particular presentation was designed for our Filipino friends. So I'm just going to talk about the Filipino premium experience set. So somebody is interested in essential oils. I know we hardly talk about the essential oils except towards the end. But if you're already kind of familiar and you're already thinking about it and you want to get started with a full premium set, there is this particular one, which is at 8,600 pesos. It comes with a very cute feather hour diffuser. You will find 6 blends in there. RC, which is great for respiratory, digest, for your digestive system. Thieves is well known for immunity. Valor is something that's great for mood, calming people down. Purification is for basically cleaning out the air. It's also very good antiviral oil. Deep Relief is for sores and aches. And then we have our single oils, lemon, peppermint, lavender, frankincense, all of which you can add into your Ningxia Red, by the way. Okay. You can add even thieves if you want to in your Ningxia Red. But your lemon, peppermint, lavender are great. These 3 added together, people have used it a lot for allergy issues, and you can add it into your Ningxia Red as well and use that for that. Or you can add your frankincense. This is not the sacred frankincense, but it's also a really, really good frankincense sauce if you want to just use it for generic like skin improvement, radiance, etc. Okay. So there is this set, which is with that cute hour diffuser. And there's 2 other versions with slightly different diffusers at a slightly different price, 8,825 pesos. Now, if you're not ready to get started with so many essential oils, in Philippines, you guys have a much smaller kit with 5 essential oils in there. So these are like bare basics. You have the lavender, peppermint, digest, RC, lemon, and then plus the diffuser. Okay.
Oh, sorry to interrupt, Kai.
Yes.
We don't have the owl anymore. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just for September.
okay, got it. Understand. Thank you for that. So whenever we do classes, we run a 24-hour promo. So you guys heard about grapefruit, which is an excellent citrus oil. So it is a citrus oil. We talked about it earlier. Googled up the limonene effect, which is really anti-cancerous. But grapefruit is one of the most popular ones when it comes to weight loss regimes. So for the next 24 hours, if you're getting a starter kit that amounts to 100 PV, that's the bigger set. If you choose a smaller set, you can just choose to add on 1 or 2 other products that you like. Oh, no, it says September over there. Wrong date, which it should be 19 October, which is tomorrow night. So this promo is for 24 hours. If you get started with a kit, you will receive a free grapefruit 15 ml, not the small one, the much bigger one. This is worth 1,360 pesos. Okay. We also have people who are not yet ready to get started with the oils. Within 24-hour promo in Philippines, you can buy what we call a trial pack of 7 sachets. Oh, I have so many typos today. They are 60 ml, not 30 ml. I don't have a smaller packet. It's all 60 ml, but it's 7 packets of this. And also a small bottle, small vial of 7 drops of frankincense. So this is a good supply for just 1 week, so that you can try it out, frankincense with your Ningxia Red. And this kit is going for 1,200 pesos. For someone who just goes like, I'm not very sure about trying out the drink. I want to see how it impacts me. Do understand that obviously within a week, we cannot guarantee significant improvement. Some people already notice they sleep better, bowel movement improves. These are just beginning signs. So if you prefer to pick up a trial set, please go ahead to check this out. What I didn't leave over here, I forgot to do that, is Kara's email. So Kara, if you can just help me type in the chat your email. So if anyone actually is looking at purchasing, especially the starter kit or the trial packet, please reach out to Kara. After tonight's class, I will also send out an email to everyone so that Kara is in there and you guys can continue communicating with her as well. Hang on, I do have, let me just jump to this first. Okay, Kara, do you want to tell everyone in Philippines a little bit about your event?
Yes, thank you, Kai. So if you're in Baguio, if you're around Baguio, if you want to visit Baguio by October 29, 2022, we're going to have a road show. It means that we are bringing in the sets of like what Kai mentioned, the 10 set oil and the 5 set oil. We're bringing it there if you want to purchase it. So it's free of shipping. We will be talking about the oils and we will be doing some DIYs. So basically we're going to do liquid soaps. So it could be facial wash, hand wash. We're going to do that. We just have to bring our own bottle pumps. So I'll be providing all the materials and we'll just be having our coffee at Melvin Cafe in Marand Nest Building, Upper Bonifacio Street. So if you have any more information, you can just point at the QR code, screenshot if you're just using your phone, so you can register. We only charge like 50 pesos for the registration, just for the raw materials. And for the rest, you can decide when you get there. But basically, our sets are there free of shipping. And of course, we have I don't know if I can I announce it, like the free Ningxia, what Kai announced, what Kai shared with us. So anyone who buys the set gets also the free Ningxia, which we do not usually do. Even if you find it online, you won't be able to find the free Ningxia. So that's the only chance you get. Join the roadshow this October 29th. Thank you.
Yeah, I heard about that. I was like, what? If somebody does sign up, there's also additional free Ningxia. So yes, so that's pretty amazing. And just the last bit, I want to make sure that you have my contact. That's my email, my IG handle at Kai Moment, our team website, onedrop.sg. And on the right-hand side, this is a Facebook group that Kara has and the rest of the girls are managing. It's for healing oils. So they do talk about the essential oils, the usage in there. Please scan that and join them. It's open to everyone who's interested. Okay. Yes, I'm going to take questions and look at the chat, which I haven't looked at. Let's just see. Or if anybody wants to unmute and ask any questions, feel free to go ahead. I'm going backwards. Mercy asked a question, when is the best time to drink Ningxia? So if you're looking at specifically the weight loss regime, we kind of covered it just now. It's pretty specific time zones. Otherwise, you can do it anytime. There are people who drink it at night and cannot sleep. It's too energizing for them. I do not have that issue. I drink it late at night and it helps me sleep perfectly. So it is again slightly different for different body constitution. So not everybody is the same. So if you are testing it out, yeah, just try out with one packet, which is a 60 ml kind of quantity, and then see how that goes for you. Okay. Can people take meds during Ningxia? Yes. So somebody has heart problem and taking lots of meds. Absolutely. So this is like you would actually take a fruit juice. Yeah. So this isn't a contradiction to any medication. So you're drinking, it's like eating food, except that now everything is made liquid so that it's much easier for your body to absorb. Yeah. So if a person's eating, if a person is taking fruits, etc., absolutely possible. One other common question I often get is the category of cancer. So if people are going through treatment, this has been found super helpful because especially chemo and radiation, we see a lot of people getting very, very tired and exhausted because it is known that these treatments basically wears the body down. And you really, really do need the body to stay strong enough so that you have some energy. So we've had people go through the entire cancer journey, recovered super well, and they did have that fatigue and exhaustion. Yeah.
I think Sharon asked the stem cell rejuvenation, what
Mhm.
time?
There isn't a really specific time, just kind of do it in the morning and nighttime, at least twice a day.
Or empty stomach or after a meal?
I would do empty stomach. Yeah. But because it's also a high dose of essential oils, upon the first 1-2 times of taking it, if you're not as familiar with that taking essential oils on such high levels, and you're finding that your stomach doesn't take it that well, then eat something first. Yeah, because the stem cell one goes really, really big on the essential oil as well. So 15 drops are I do anywhere from 20 to 30 anytime, but I'm a very, very seasoned user. So if somebody is starting and they are like, oh, it's not super comfortable for me, usually this one, especially once you mix in the mineral essence, is pretty okay. But just in case you find discomfort, then make sure that you are taking some food first. Yeah. Ravina actually mentioned you have 2 cancer patients. Yeah, Ningxia really big help. Yeah. Is there a maximum or minimum amount to consider? Okay. If you're super healthy and you're just drinking this kind of like a maintenance level, it is not uncommon to just do 120, and it's 2 packs a day. I do know that there are people who do just 60 ml. I find that that's a real big stretch. You have to be telling me that you're eating super healthy if you're really just doing a 60 ml. Otherwise, 120 ml is really good. Now, just to let you guys know how I drink it, okay? Like an entire bottle here is 750 ml. When I'm really unwell, I finish a bottle a day. I see Joy go, yeah. So obviously I don't do that all the time, but especially when it's critical. So in the past, I used to work as a corporate trainer. So when I go into a corporate training, it's 3 days or 5 days straight with a company. So I had to do like a 9 to 5 training. And and it's very scary walking into a room and then you start seeing people sniffing. There's a common flu floating around, and you know that, oh my goodness, I'm locked in this room 9 to 5 with people who are sick. And I cannot afford to get sick because I need to deliver work. So those are the days that you will watch me. I do not bother to try to bring little cups. I just bring the entire bottle my break times, I'm just like guzzling away. I finish this up in a day, and I never fall sick when I do that. And the other time I've seen people take it at such high levels, I have some very veteran users, Hong Kong and US, for cancer patients. Yeah, if they can really afford it, they would do anywhere from 3/4 to a full bottle a day. But these are people who are hardcore. They don't even go for they don't even do chemo or radio, just Ningxia and other natural therapies. So their money is spent on this, not on chemo and radiation. So obviously this is a very different track and different category of users. A bottle a day, and they would do this for months. Yeah, really to saturate the cells with an army to fight. Yeah, so I guess that kind of answers there is no, I don't think there's a maximum amount. That this is not like medication where, you know, the worst thing that can happen to you is you have a really good time in the toilet, you just poop a lot. Okay, it is fruit sauces. Other than that, no side effects to that. Okay. Yeah. Did I miss out anything about?
One common question that they ask me, is it safe for kids? I
Oh,
never really read the box. I think it says that not for kids.
yes. Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't know that, but my kids are drinking it. And so I tell them, my kids are still alive. Sometimes my youngest drink it 3 times a day.
So let me explain this really interestingly. So I know specifically in Philippines, you guys get that on the box. I don't think we get that on ours in Singapore. And it is interesting because it is a local regulatory issue. So I had to ask Rachel Hamiro. She's the Royal Crown Diamond from another team in Philippines. So she was explaining that when a company brings in a product and registers it, there are kind of like different departments that they have to register to qualify for food supplements, or is it a drink or whatever. Okay. And even to have a statement that is safe for pregnancy, safe for kids, is a different amount of money that they have to pay to get registered, etc. So if you don't have that registration, you are technically not allowed to claim that this is suitable for kids or for pregnancy, which is really odd. So unfortunately, it is a regulatory issue. But the other way that I try to give people assurance is it's the exact same product. If you look to the US website, you're not going to find any of this stuff that says kids cannot take, pregnancy cannot take. Everybody over the world has been taking it for the last 20 years. Yeah. So yeah, that's just a whole regulatory issue that confuses people. Alpha asked about a copy of this plans. What does that mean? Anyone knows?
I think the recipes,
Ah,
recipe for stem cell
um,
rejuvenation.
I'm not sure if I will be able to. I hope you did manage to try to get hold of this. Cara, would you? Oh, cool. Okay, Cara, would you be screening this again in your Facebook group? Yeah, it would be great that you're screening this, right? Since you're promoting the Ningxia as well. Great, good to know, Alpha. You got it as well. Cool. Any last questions you guys have for me?
Oh,
Or anybody in here who's been using Ningxia Red and just want to just quickly share your stories, please feel free, you know.
Me, Kai,
Yes.
just want to share quickly that I think what I'm most thankful for after taking Ningxia Red is that I had improved immunity. I noticed that with myself because usually whenever whenever we're having a bad weather, I'm very sure that I'll get sick.
Mm.
But now I think my immunity really improved, so I don't get sick very, very easily nowadays. And also, the one I shared before, it helped regulate my menstruation. So before I only have my period like after 3 to 4 months in a year.
Wow.
But since I started taking Red, I had it monthly for 5 months now. And yeah, it has helped in my hormonal balance. So yeah, a lot of things to share about Red.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, we really have to have it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I want to go back and add, kind of like really emphasize this. This is not a magic pill. Like it's not a medication. What you're giving your body is a wholesome food supply. Yeah. Our body was created to keep us well. The reason that we're getting sick and tired and unwell is we have all these external sources, whether it's stress, whether it's less healthy food, etc., that's creating the breakdown. But yet our food is not giving us enough nutrition to kind of balance this. You're disintegrating, but we're not eating good enough sources to rebalance this. So that over time, it becomes completely imbalanced. So we disintegrate faster. That's where the body starts to develop all sorts of diseases. It is literally just what the body is going through. But the minute we understand that if we can feed our body well with a sufficient range of nutrients, vitamins, minerals, especially minerals. A lot of people are very good at finding sources of vitamins, but they completely forget that our body needs trace minerals for even the most minor functions. So when you actually have a complete food source like this, the body starts just getting back into shape, and then it gets to take over and say, I can keep your hormonal issues. I can
Tell ate and kuya they need to sleep now.
Oh, we can hear you, Kara. So cute. I was like, yes, we do need to sleep soon.
My 3-year-old is still awake. Oh my
So cool. Okay. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed myself tonight. And I love the different, all the different stories that you guys have shared. Yeah. And I hope that with the published papers, it's giving people a lot more confidence to actually really consider actually taking good food source, like this, a superfood, to actually help us get better. Yeah, so if there's nothing else, I think we will wrap this up and send everybody to bed. Thank you, everyone, for
Thank you so
attending.
much, Kai.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
So
Oh, good to
much.
know.
Bye.
Thank you. Good night, everyone. Rest well.
Good
Thank you,
night.
Kai. Good night,
Thank
everyone.
Thank you, Kai. Thank you
everyone.
all.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.